Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the King of Smut 95 plays Langrisser Mobile. Okay, so in the previous episode, I've given you some hints on basically how to get past the first hurdle in playing the game, and how to get past that little bump that you get around level 30 and progress. Okay, so now you have been working away. Building up your character and that kind of stuff. I've now completed more or less my 4th month playing this game, and progressing much the same way you are. You are basically, continuing doing the time rift. You're doing the daily grind items on the grind. You're basically trying to level up your characters, get more experience points and that kind of stuff, and bring your characters up higher. Increase the weapons that you have. Put some enchantments on those weapons. Get those percentages up. Because that's how the game sort of works. There's lots of little things which will make your character stronger. So there's not any one thing that will make it stronger. It's a combination of a lot of little things, 1% here, 1% here, 1% here, 1% here. And together, they're going to make your character stronger, okay? So you've probably been doing that. You haven't been really doing much of the map, which is fine. I'm the same way. I'm stuck at chapter 24, 23, 24, 25, whatever, and I haven't done anything more of that. Most of the things on the map say, "Oh, you must be at least level 52 or higher." So again, I haven't been doing very many of those. Just basically, using the technique on the map to basically, take a flyer like Sherry. Use Hien or Jessica to use a teleport command, teleport to the gold, and just basically land on the gold, and there we go, right? So that's how I've been doing lots of story, basic map quests, but I haven't really progressed on with the story. Okay, finishing off the time rift and whatnot, getting that all opened up, and that basically is important because the time rift will supply you with a lot of the things needed to level up your characters, okay? So, you're probably going along and you're probably going to hit the second sort of hurdle or bump that you're going to hit, okay? And in today's episode, I'm going to cover what you sort of do to get sort of, past this little bump, because the way that you're playing the game is a little different now, okay? In the beginning of the game, you were focused more on completing the story, trying to get more of the story done. Now to get past hurdle number 1, you've done more grinding, more doing the same sort of things, daily grind and that kind of stuff, to get your characters strong enough again to be able to do more things. Okay, so now you are probably getting to this point where your level, okay, so your team level is getting close to 60, if not level 60, okay? But your players, okay, your characters, they're all over the place, okay? You've got some characters, your main party, which is going to be probably close to 60, maybe a little bit less. Mine are, I have mine around 57, 58, and then I'm basically going to let them coast to the end. And I'll explain more about it later. And the rest of them are like, you haven't even touched them, you haven't leveled them up, or haven't anything. So all the sort of the scrubs, if you will, are at the very bottom of your list, and they're not doing anything. So you've got a big range of different characters, okay? So then what do you do? Because then now you get to a point where, okay, I'm level 60, but I still can't beat, let's say, level 52 levels, and when I'm trying to do the joint battles, my characters aren't strong enough to do level 60. They're only good enough to do level, 43 or 48 or something, right? So how do you get past this hurdle, right? So again, it's not exactly as difficult as the hurdle that you encountered back at level 30, but now you've got this new sort of hurdle that happens. And I'll explain to you how you sort of, help your way through that particular phase, okay? This game, Langrisser Mobile, has put certain tiers shall we say, marks, tiers of how your characters, our strengths are calculated, okay? One of them is at level 35, okay? And correspondingly speaking, there's a certain amount of, crest and scrolls needed to basically materials, if you will, to level up and get your characters past level 35 onto the next one, which is level 40 and level 45. Okay, now if you're not far enough in the time rift to get these crests and seals and that kind of stuff, then really the only way you can get them is through your guild. So if you haven't joined a guild and done the guild wars and that kind of stuff, and done some participation in your guild wars, then you can get points from your guild, and then using the points on your guild, you can then buy all those scrolls and crests that you were not able to get through your time rift to help level your characters past 35, and of course subsequently past 35 to past 45. And if you don't have any of those time rifts and stuff solved yet, then you can go and use the guild points to buy 45, 50, and 55. Okay, now you'll find that these levels, okay, also seem to correspond to your character levels. Okay, so certain characters, for example, go through their class change and that kind of stuff from a level 2 to a level 3 class change round level 35 to 40. Okay, and then while you're in the that last class change, you're noticing that you need a lot of materials from the level 50 to 45 range for the first 2 level ups, and then after that level up, you're now realizing you need level 50 and level 45 items, crests and scrolls and that kind of stuff. So again, if you haven't done enough on the time rift, then you're gonna have to go and obtain those materials from the guild. Okay, and then of course the last level up, usually to complete or to master that final phase of your particular character, you're going to need level 55 and level 50 items. And again, if you haven't completed the time rift or the elite time rift, which is the slightly harder version, then you're going to have to go to the guild to get those. Okay, so again, what you want to do right now is you want to try to continue concentrating on the time rift. Try to get those levels completed. Try to get some characters. Just one party. That's my strategy. Is just make sure you got a team of, let's say, 6, maybe 8 people. Make them good enough. Power up their weapons and power up their abilities. Get some enchantments on there. If you need to enchant it, multiple times, do so. Try to get the best percentages. The best and optimal. Abilities for the particular character that you have, and then that way you can complete them and get them up and use them to help grind you the experience, the levels, the everything that you need to boost up your characters to higher and higher. So you get to a point where you can now then go back to the map. So again, where I am, again my team level's around level 60. I've got 4 characters which are fully mastered in terms of their abilities. Okay, so that means I've completed let's say for example Layden, for example. I've already powered him up and got all the skills I need for him, and now he's going to sit as a Templar Knight, and I'm going to leave him there. Okay, so now he's fully mastered all that ability, and all I'm going to do now is I've got him leveled up to level 58. So I got 2 more levels of experience points. Again, if I wanted to, I could just get some bottles of experience points and just put him up to 60, and then he's done. He's totally done. But what I've done is, since I'm going to continue to use him in all my missions and my grinding and all that kind of stuff, he's going to continue making and getting experience points. So I'm just going to let him sort of say coast all the way to level 60. I don't have to do any more work for him. I don't have to buy any more bottles and that kind of stuff for him. He will just naturally hit level 60 by himself, just by me using him. He'll get there, okay? Because again, when you hit level 60, any more experience points you get for those guys aren't going to matter. So I may as well use my bottles of experience points on other characters that I need to bring up, okay? So that's what I've done. So again, this is my strategy. You don't have to use that same strategy, but that's just sort of sort of maybe like a more efficient way to try to use some experience points in that respect. Okay. So as I get more and more characters leveled up, I can then do higher level Aniki training, higher level dragons, higher level Bond realms, and higher level Angelian training sessions. Okay, so and what level, what limit and what level that your guy can do, and if that's as high as you can do, for example, you're stuck at level 35 and you can only do a level 30, Angelian training, then fine, just keep doing level 30 until you raise up your characters a little bit, get some of your other guys up to maybe level 35 or whatever, and then try to beat level 35 at that time, and then see if you can do it. If you can't do it, okay, no problem. Just go back to level 30 and just keep building those characters up and see if you can get up to level 40. And then if you get up to level 40, then go back and try to do level 35 again and see if you can do it. If you can't, great. Then that will help you improve and help you build up your characters. Okay, so hope this gives you a little bit of a hint on how to get past some of the hurdles and that kind of stuff. Okay, and once you start getting more of your characters past level 55 and into that level 60 range and whatnot, you're on your homeward bound. There's still a lot more you can do to your characters, and I'll cover that in the next episode. We're going to cover maxing out your characters. Okay, so what you want to do right now is you want to go down below, click like, and click subscribe, because there's more episodes of this that I'll be doing, okay? As I continue my own quest of playing this game as well. And hopefully some of the tips that I've come up with will help you out, all right? So, until next time, see you again.